go back to the physics trio. So this is master. So mass in the world 2. Where is the straightest border between nations? Now this is all about shapes, and well, let's think about the shape of the U.S. Well, it looks a little bit of a trapezoid with a little bit of Texas, and well, the western area looks a little bit like a parallelogram, or it looks like something weird, and the Texas pointing downwards, but this is the straightest border. Now, what about it? Well, we can find Egypt and Sudan, so that's one of them. But, let's see, the border is not very nice. The border is something like this. But why? Well, there are 2 territories, and one is called Beer Toggle and other is called the Halide Triangle, and well, it is a little bit strange. But why is this? Let's look at the size. The top one is Beer Toggle and the bottom one is Halide Triangle, and in the second one it's the Halide Triangle is the first one and the Beer Toggle is the last one. So it is not very fight, because well, Halide Triangle has 3 cities and one of them is called a Halide, and well, that's the name of this triangle. But I'm not sure if that's really a triangle. But the reason is that Britannia and Egypt in the medieval 1800s wanted to share Sudan because they ate it. Now, if you don't know it, Egypt was actually from Britannia. Britannia conquered Egypt and Egypt became an independent, well, so let's hear the full story. They wanted to make it. What should we do with this? Well, then Britannia answered, then let's make it into an independent nation, but that independent is not really independent. Because, if you know this, Britannia and Egypt are all conquerors. And, if you know it, when an independent conqueror makes an independent nation, that's not an independent nation. So, but how do we name it? Is there a really good name? Unfortunately, their naming skills were not good, so they named it Anglo-Egyptian Sudan. And, well, strangely enough, the name suggests Anglo-Egyptian Sudan. If you look at the flag of it, it says Egyptian Anglo-Sudan, which is a little bit strange. And the Arabic name, well, if you're Arabic, you can read it. Unfortunately, it's a little bit hidden. And, look, and let's see the borders. It was a border, and this was a border, but Britannia wasn't not pleased. She wanted more people to go to the Red Sea. So what she did is, 3 years later, she drew a new boundary called a new border, and this new border was a new border, and Egypt agreed, but they thought this was the border. And well, Sudan thought this was the border, but Egypt thought this was the border all along, so 2 disputed territory, which is a vague idea. So, but the real answer is that some Europeans, Britannia, French, the Spanish, German, and Portugal, ate Africa as a menu, but so, if they weren't there, then well, what happened? Well, this will not be the real case, but, okay, so, let's say about states. What about states? Well, if you see states, there are 3 in the U.S., which is Utah, Colorado, and Wyoming. And this map, which I made, is not very accurate, but I'm just telling what is the straightest. And you can see that the that some, like Maryland, aren't really straight, and, well, the yellow ones are what I said, and New Mexico is orange because it is a little bit straight. And Saskatchewan is also straight, but unfortunately the southern part is not really straight because the US-Canada border is not clearly marked this way. But if you're talking about nations, no. There are 0 nations who fulfill this list. Because when a country has a straight border, and Namibia has a little bit straight border, then it one's part of a straight nation, which has a straight government, like Germany in this case, and well, Namibia does not have a straight border. So if you talk about in languages, if a nation has a straight border, that means that nation's government was not really straight.